Day 38. This is the campsite. Well, it's okay. I had plenty of time to find it. It was a bit rainy yesterday, but I found one, which is very private, and no one's going to bother me, I don't think. That's the road over there in that direction, about 30 meters, and I'm in this little hollow down here, little dell where the fairies live. It's on a bit of a bank, as you can see, which is not very convenient. You don't really want that. You have to open out into the hill. Otherwise, if you open out the other way, you can't reach anything when you lean down. So you have to be towards the hill. But in doing that, there's very cramped. There's not enough room to get up. And you end up looking at a bank about like a metre away from you rather than a nice view. So it's not quite so convenient from that point of view. But they were the best trees I could find, other than hacking down some bushes. There was nothing flat on the go. It rained last night. My pretty tarpaulin doesn't work very well, so I put a thicker tarpaulin over the top of it, which solves the problem. Makes you wonder why I have the first one, but it does look good and it keeps the frost off. Yeah, so today looks like it's going to be a fine day. We've got the solar panel on the go over there. And just going to break camp, which sounds very simple, but normally takes absolutely ages. Be about another. Oh, there's the dog. Look, he's just sort of seeing who I'm talking to. Yeah, breaking camp normally takes about 3/4 of an hour or an hour, sometimes longer, depending on what else I get up to. Okay, bye for now.
Day 38's about 11:30 in the morning. Bit close morning, the sun's up. And we're heading towards Placencia. Anyway, it's on this bank, so you'll see without me having to worry about it. Which is about 12k ahead of us. And Salamanca, which is the biggest place, which is about 100k further ahead. Now, we have a little ball coming up on the left, look. And then we've got lots of hills ahead, but mountains, other mountains with snow on top. Oh yeah. And I'm pretty sure that the Placencia is directly ahead as we look. And you can see a little gap between the mountains on the left and the mountains on the right there. And that is where the road is likely to go, I hope. It's changing gear. Yeah, so I'm hoping that we don't have to go too high, but I wouldn't be surprised if we have to go up to 1,000 metres or so. We'll see. And if we do have to go that high, then I hope it's not windy or precipitous, rainy, because if it's rainy, it's going to get snowy. And I haven't got all the gear I would need to deal with that. We shall see. I shall have to wear a sleeping bag around underneath one of my jumpers, so I can leave 2 more jumpers for the dog to have in the back so he doesn't get crazy cold. Because I know if he's pedalling while he's sat there doing nothing half the time. Well, half the time. 4/5 of the time. Exactly the same bull as all the other bulls. I don't know where they get them all from. There's a company that makes bulls, 40-foot bulls. Maybe I could get a job there. No, it's still bullshit.
Here we are, day 38. Another bull on the left, 11:30 in the morning. Overcast with clouds. Done about 13k so far. Heading towards a town called Placencia, which is about 10-12k ahead of us before we get to these mountains. And the mountains are pretty high because they got white bits on top. So it's pretty nippy if you take your clothes off. So keep them on because it's a bit cold. And today we're hoping to go well through that pass and perhaps do another 30k and do 50k for the day perhaps. We shall see. Off to a fairly good start, even though we're a bit late. If it starts raining or whatever though, I'll have to change that plan completely and get my wetsuit on. Okay, bye for now. Oh yeah, I hope that it goes through that pass. We shall see. This is the descent into Placencia, which is the houses that we can see ahead of us, and slightly to the left ahead is the valley through the mountains with the snow either side. So I shall have to put some sort of jumper on soon, I imagine. Hoping to get a new inner tube from here, probably get a couple if I can. It would need to have a big supermarket or a bike shop to do that, though, and I wouldn't be surprised if I can't get anything. I'm down to my last tyre at the back, so I can't afford to put much air in case I blow it up, and I can't afford to puncture it more than once because I've only got one puncture repair kit left. So that's two things. I should get puncture repair kit and 2 inner tubes for that particular size. The valley looks relatively flat down the bottom of it there. Doesn't look like there'd be hardly any climbing at all. Anyway, it says on the marker here on the right, as you're about to see, 477 km. It was 5:06 km when I started this morning at 20 past 11 walking the dog, and now it's 20 to 2. So made some good distance really. A lot of it's been downhill though, and the dog hasn't wanted to play too much after the first bit. So there we go, Plasencia getting closer and closer as we talk. Well, I say we talk, you don't talk, you just sit there or stand there. In fact, I don't know what you're doing or who you are, and I don't know why I'm talking to you really. Bye for now. Let's take a look at Plasencia and see what we can see. It's a little bit industrial, it's a little bit naughty, it's a little bit cold. In fact, it's a little bit of all sorts of things, all rolled up into one. There's John Deere, he lives over there. He is a Conrado Gomez. I do not know what that means. Here we have, aquí, materials de construcción. Oh, wrong language. What else have we got? Where is McDonald's? The AM in the distance. Marvellous civilization. Most of the other businesses have shut other than McDonald's, I suppose. Unfortunately. Still haven't found a bike shop, but it's looking like a big place, so we'll have hopefully have a supermarket which is big enough to sell inner tubes, which will keep me going. I would like a bike shop to try and get my front right disc brake maintained properly, because I don't know what I'm doing with it, never having had disc brakes before. So I'm braking mainly with the left at the moment. Well, not at the moment. At the moment, I'm just sat here talking to you. Okay. I'll let you know if anything more exciting comes up. Oh, another roundabout, look. Look at that roundabout. They love their roundabouts in Spain, you know. They have different little statues, little waterfalls, all sorts of things going on. This, don't know what it means, but it's very nice. This is the nicer looking bit of Plasencia. I've been down the long strip where they had a load of large retail stores. And now this is the town itself, and picked up my 2 inner tubes. So there's a Carrefour for one, and a Deere supermarket here, so I'll get a big few supplies, try and find something to tempt the dog with, and keep my eye open for a bike shop as well. I'll switch back on in a bit. Oh, there's a little look, it's just like being at home, or in Germany. In Plasencia now. This is the centre of the town itself. It has this walled off centre part, more than just a citadel. It's quite a large area that's walled off. I don't know how many years old it is, but pretty old. I imagine it was before Napoleon's time. I've been to the local bike shop, who sorted me out with the brakes serviced properly now, which is just as well, because I definitely have a few mountains to come. It's definitely going to get cold whichever way I take, so the best course of action is to make sure I've got enough clothing, make sure I've got enough a rug or something for the dog for the back, and see how it goes. As well as the large walled inner town, they also have a little Moorish influenced aqueduct running out here, which looks very pretty through the park. They've kept for many a few hundred years. I'm still yet to find out where they've hidden McDonald's, though. That would be of equal, if not more, interest to me. Sentimental old fool that I am. Day 38 at dusk in Spain, and just found the campsite in time. It's right next to the road, which is good and bad. Good in that you don't have to go far, and bad in that the other people, if they really want to, can probably spot me in the morning. Not that it really matters much, because they don't really do much. There is some private land over here, and in fact, that's been a problem for the last 5k since Placencia, whatever it's called, coming up this road. In fact, I'm borrowing a tree just the other side of this barbed wire fence. But otherwise, this is perfect. It's a nice flat space, which is good. It's no clearing or anything required. It's nice grass underneath. I can just deposit the bike and the trailer over there, and probably use pegs for a change tonight. That's the tarpaulin ready to go over. That's the dog who's been relieving himself over there. He quite likes this spot. Where's your sticks, Sam? Where's your sticks? Where's your sticks? What are you doing? What are you doing with your sticks? Where's your sticks? Where's your sticks? Go find them! Go on! Go on! Find them! So, yeah, the one really good point is the easy access from the road. You can cycle your bike right up here, right to the spot where I'm assembling everything. And that saves an awful lot of time. If it's a 100-meter walk to carry your stuff, then you've got to walk, well, I've got to walk like 4 times back and forth. So that 100 meters becomes 100, then 200, and then times 4 equals 800 meters back, a total amount of walking. So this has removed all that, which is nice. And I don't think anybody's going to throw me off, because I'm not actually on private land by the road. So I don't really have to worry too much. Also, I have a mountain stream that flows right next to the road, because the mountains are just over there. Today's mountains that I saw in the distance are going to be tomorrow's road, which will be nice. Yeah, there you go. TTFN.